I wanted to talk about a couple of really, really important things that I've learned from Jackie Burke. So, another lesson I got from him was I was in the runner's stance and he said, "What are you working on?" And I said, "I'm just working on my balance, Mr. Burke, you know." And he said, "Well," he said, you know, I like the runner's stance, but why don't you get your arms involved in it as well?" So he showed me, he said, "Why don't you get your arms involved here as if you were going to literally run down the fairway." And I did that and I thought, wow, I've got some serious connection here, some real connection between left arm and left leg and right arm and right leg. And then by extension of that, I started to think about the joints here, the knees and the elbows. And I was thinking, my knees and elbows can't work in the same direction. They must work in the opposite direction. For example, this way with the right. They've got to work in the opposite way. They can't work in the same way. It's not balanced. They work in the opposite direction. So I started to think, well, I like to be inside my arms. So how do I get this feel and be inside my arms? Well, got the same alignment. Got the arms wound this way, the legs wound this way. So I've got the alignment, they're in line, so I'll just get inside them that way. So they're in line. Now the first move, as I said, with containment is basically doing that. Straight into me. So I'm just going to hit a couple of little pitches here with a pitching wedge. I'm in that runner's stance. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to monitor my elbows and knees. I'm just going to do right elbow, right knee here. So as the right elbow bends, the right knee is going to straighten at the same time and the same rate. That one was okay. When you're doing this, I want you to be really aware of this connection. So you're aware of that connection. You're inside your arms, but you've still got that same linear connection. So now, by this principle, if you like, as long as my right leg is straightening, my right elbow cannot straighten. And as long as my left knee is bent, that was a good one. As long as my left knee is bent, my left arm's going to stay straight. I don't know how many people I've taught over the years that have had a bit of a chicken wing action going on with the left arm. Now I'm not saying that's a problem any of you guys have, but really, now I know how I'd fix that. If you straighten the left leg prematurely, which a lot of bad players do, they have to bend the left arm. It's just a natural balance thing. Whereas with the left leg still retaining some flex, left arm's free to swing straight until the left leg bends, and then it's going to, left leg straightens rather, left arm is going to bend. So this is a really key piece, I believe, of containment. So refer back to the containment. It's containment in a different sense. It's the connection which I've never liked. I've never liked the idea of armpit connection. I've never liked the idea of pulling or holding the arm against the body. Because if I do that, I can't get the containment I'm looking for and get any power. So I need to have that freedom to be able to move towards myself. If I'm already dead connected, obviously I can't go anywhere towards myself. The only place I could actually move would be away. So knees and elbows in that runner's stance, and I'm just going to monitor it. Okay. So because I'm just aware of that, right now I didn't like that one. Just because I felt like my right knee and right elbow weren't really synced up there. So that's all I'm really working on here. I'm not really worried about what sort of shot I'm going to hit. Just going to sync up left arm, left elbow, left knee, right elbow, right knee. And that felt good there. Just the principle And that's really all we're talking about here today is the principles. Principle of right elbow, right knee, left elbow, left knee, working in unison, because they really must, to satisfy balance, work in unison. Now interestingly, when I do this, and I don't swing away from myself, I have connection the whole way. I'm not really trying to have connection, I just have it. Okay? Anyway, I hope that is useful for you guys. Cheers.